Come on, MM. I mean, if Butcher will let you.
As much as I have been waiting for the fifth and final season of The Boys, I have to admit that the first 5 episodes have been rather underwhelming. I mean, we haven't had much in terms of plot development or nearing a closure, and while there have been some entertaining bits, the season doesn't cut it for me yet. I know the final 3 episodes can quickly turn the tide and give the show the ending it deserves, and I really hope it does. But among the recent developments in season 5, something caught my eye. And this might actually have an impact on the final outcome. Yeah, I'm talking about Mother's Milk and his new avatar that we're seeing this season. The skeptic is gone, and he's way more eager to be a part of Butcher's supe genocide plans. But more importantly, there are some hints across the narrative that he might now have superpowers. It sounds outlandish for sure, because we haven't seen him take Compound V, but certain moments clearly suggest that he's no longer a regular human. In this video, I'll take you on this wild ride theory and explore the possibilities of MM having taken Compound V. Okay, so if I'm being honest, Mother's Milk probably has been the least useful member of the boys if you think about combat capabilities. He does have his special forces training to back him up, but that does precious little when it comes to fighting some of the god-level supes that the boys frequently encounter. Those who are familiar with the comics will know that MM had some Compound V in his system after his mother was exposed in a VOT facility, and he got it by breastfeeding. This made him freakishly strong and durable, and unfortunately, that hasn't been the case in the TV series, where he's as vulnerable as a basket of eggs when the boys are caught in a tricky situation with their supe enemies. Lucky for him, he has the support of some powerful teammates like Starlight, Kimiko, and then the superpowered Butcher, who have ensured his survival so far on various occasions. But are things changing now? Time for a quick flashback. Let me take you back to the episode where the boys visited Fort Harmony in search of the original Compound V that created Soldier Boy. They intend to get this before Homelander does, so that he doesn't get the immunity that he wants from the supe-killing virus. However, there is an ancient supe wedged inside Fort Harmony who manipulates the plants, and he can also cause violent outrage among the people in the vicinity of the vines. When the boys are caught in this, it triggers an infighting where everyone except Frenchie tries to kill each other. During this intense showdown, Huey even shoots MM from behind and he takes a hit. A normal human would be down and out even if the shot's not fatal, but MM just brushes it off like a mosquito bite and continues his pursuit. This is when I first started to question if he actually has superpowers now, and what convinced me further was the fact that we see no signs of damage in the aftermath. There's no big bandaging or medical treatment that he needs, and it's almost like he has insane healing powers. Now, I will draw your attention to another crucial moment. When the boys realize that Homelander and Soldier Boy are also there, MM and Butcher initially seem ready to put up a fight. I mean, Butcher still has considerable superpowers, and he might be a force to reckon with. But what on earth is MM supposed to do to assist them? Surely he didn't think of shooting Homelander and Soldier Boy to death with some pistol. I think the only reason that he was so willing to stand up to his lifelong nemesis is because he's not the same as before and has superpowers now. Thankfully, better sense prevails, and they both realize that it's not worth dying for, because even with superpowers, it would be nearly impossible to kill both Homelander and Soldier Boy. Another thing that caught my eye is his interaction with Billy Butcher, where he seems like a free man. The earlier paranoia and apprehension are all gone, and he's ready to die for the cause he believes in, which is the elimination of all supes on the planet. The fact that he's ready to die also seems like he knows that death is inevitable in this fight, just like Billy Butcher knows what's coming for him when he finally gets to unleash the supe-killing virus. Does this mean that MM has Compound V in his system, and he'll also fall to the virus when the time comes? I've also noticed that his OCD is now gone, and Compound V can bring about such changes in individuals. The only thing that doesn't quite add up is that if he has superpowers, then why was he seemingly scared of a crazed Kimiko after she bent a metal rod? Well, the answer might be simple enough. Even a powerful supe will think twice before taking on Kimiko in her berserker rage moments, and MM is understandably hesitant. How could MM have gained his superpowers? Now this is the big question, isn't it? How did he gain superpowers now when he never voluntarily took V1 when he had the chance earlier? If you go back a couple seasons, you'll see that both Huey and Butcher have attained superpowers. Huey had super speed and teleportation powers, and Butcher had laser beams like Homelander. Of course, his superpower remained intact, courtesy of the whole sentient tentacle system that grows out of him when required. Frenchie has always been useful as the smartest guy in the group, and one could argue that his genius is like a superpower, much like Sister Sage. But MM has been only human with good shooting skills and fighting skills, and he needs more to take on the enemies that he wants to be gone. We all know how much he hates Soldier Boy for killing everyone he ever loved as a child, and the decades of hate should amount to something when they fight it out. I expect a climactic showdown, and that is not happening with MM firing useless rounds at him or throwing a grenade that'll do no damage whatsoever. Guess who else is wary of Soldier Boy at this point? Yeah, none other than Sister Sage. She's revealed her plans of a Supe World War, and Soldier Boy stands in the way of this plan because she cannot get the hang of him like she can with Homeland. She knows that MM has serious grudges against Soldier Boy, and giving him Compound V might be a great way to ensure that Soldier Boy is out of her way. Also, some fans have theorized that she might have extracted something from Soldier Boy during the time that he spent in cryogenic sleep. This might have been used to power up MM, and that would make him powerful enough even though he might not be able to match Soldier Boy himself. Irrespective of that, if he actually has superpowers, I would bet good money that Sister Sage has something to do with it. Of course, it could also be Billy Butcher with his persuasive ways, but over the seasons we haven't seen him persuade MM into a lot of things that he didn't actually want to go ahead with.
Please stop!
Why are powers kept a secret from the viewers and the other members of the boys? I get the feeling that even if MM has superpowers, the other members of the boys are not aware of it, because the topic never comes up. There are no veiled references and hidden jokes, and it's almost like nobody even cares that he has special powers now. The reason behind this secrecy might be because he knows that the others wouldn't approve of this decision. He's always been the strongest advocate against the supes, and voluntarily taking Compound V or something else to gain superpowers would be hypocritical. That being said, I wouldn't be surprised if Billy Butcher knows about this, because he probably would be happy to have someone alongside him with the same kind of desperation and determination. As for keeping it a secret from the viewers, I'm guessing that they want this to be a big surprise that'll be unleashed during a crucial moment. There might be a scenario where the boys are down and out and cornered with no way out, and this is when MM will show his superpowers and get them out of the situation. It's not unheard of, such practices of saving a twist for the last, but it will make things interesting without a doubt. It could also be that the narrative is just that bad this time around, and I'm thinking more than the creators would want me to think. You could be surprised by how much plot armor can actually cover up. I really hope that's not the case. Irrespective of whether MM has superpowers or not, I expect him to die by the end of the story. His comic book counterpart encounters a similar fate, and it'll be a fitting end to his journey if he takes out Soldier Boy while sacrificing himself. Let's see what the last 3 episodes have in store for us. I'd love to hear your take on the matter in the comments below, and also share your views on how you see the show ending. If you appreciate our efforts to bring you this content, please hit the like and subscribe buttons and ring that bell icon for more videos. And as always, stay marvelous.